Namaskar, welcome to Express News. Replying to the question during question hour in the lower house of Parliament, the Information and Broadcasting Minister Ashwini Vaishnav said that fake news is a threat to democracy. He stressed on the need to take strict action on social media, fake news and AI-generated deepfakes. The minister also highlighted that the government has enacted a very strict law to regulate online money gaming, due to which crores of families across the country are benefiting from it. The centre has scrapped its plan to mandate pre-installation of the Sanchar Sathi Citizen Cyber Security app on all new smartphones, citing overwhelming public acceptance. Officials clarified the app is fully voluntary, removable anytime and contains no other features. In a written reply to a question in the Lok Sabha, Communications Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia said that more than 5 lakh 5G base transceiver stations they have been installed across the country till date. In a written reply to a question in the Lok Sabha, Minister of State for Earth Sciences Dr. Jitendra Singh said a number of steps have been taken or undertaken to prevent or to minimize the loss of life and property from major natural events such as cyclones, unseasonal rainfall and earthquakes. The lower house of India's Parliament passes the Central Excise Amendment Bill 2025. It aims to raise excise duties and cess on tobacco products with an amendment to the Central Excise Act 1944. The Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav moved a statutory resolution in the upper house of Parliament to adopt the Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Amendment Act 2024 in Manipur. Replying to supplementaries during the question hour in the Rajya Sabha today, the Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan said that the government will establish 50,000 new Atal tinkering labs in schools across the country. So far, over 10,000 ATLs have been established under Atal Innovation Mission. President Draupadi Murmu presented the National Awards for the Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities for the year 2025 at a ceremony in New Delhi. To mark the International Day of Persons with Disabilities, she conferred awards on 33 exemplary individuals and institutions. Speaking on the occasion, the President said that these awards have far-reaching social significance. She also said that the entire humanity must make Divyangjan feel comfortable and equal. President Murmu attended the Navy Day celebrations and witnessed the operational demonstration by the Indian Navy in Shanmugam Beach in the southern Indian Thiruvananthapuram city on Wednesday. Speaking at India's World Annual Conclave 2025, External Affairs Minister Jai Shankar highlighted how the contribution of Indians abroad is reshaping the country's economic engagement with the world. Minister Jai Shankar pointed out that India received a record $135 billion in remittances last year, nearly double the value of exports to the United States, highlighting the growing recognition of India's global workforce as a critical pillar of its external economic engagement. The Confederation of Indian Industry on Wednesday unveiled the India Edge 2025. It's a pivotal forum on labour reforms for Viksit Bharat. The Union Minister Mansukh Mandavia was the keynote speaker. Amid the recent implementation of the 4 labour codes on the 21st of November, replacing 29 outdated laws, Minister Mandavia, he hailed the pro-worker, pro-growth measures for universal social security, accelerating India's 2047 developed nation vision. In a high-level review meeting on Delhi NCR's air pollution, Union Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav directed all state and union territory authorities to submit concrete action taken reports on their pollution management efforts on Wednesday. The Environment Minister also outlined a year-long action plan for 2026 aimed at ensuring sustained monitoring and intervention throughout the year and not just during peak pollution months. The fourth edition of the Kashi Tamil Sangamam has begun with a renewed spirit of harmony and connection. A sacred dip at Hanuman Ghat marked a moment of faith and unity as delegates connected with the spiritual heart of Kashi. The results for the Municipal Corporation of Delhi by-polls for 2012, for 12 wards, they were announced on Wednesday. The BJP won 7 wards, the Aam Aadmi Party secured 3, and the Congress and Forward Bloc emerged victorious in 1 ward. The Indian equity indices ended on a flat note in a volatile trade on December 3. At close, the Sensex was down 31.46 points. The Nifty was down 46.20 points at 25,986. Gold prices on the Multi-Commodity Exchange of India jumped to 337 rupees on Wednesday to settle at over 1,27,000 per 10 grams. Silver prices continued to rally on Wednesday, with the precious metal hitting a new high of 1,84,727 rupees per kilogram. The Indian rupee ended 32 paise lower at 90.19 per dollar on Wednesday against Tuesday's close of 89.87. Crude oil futures on Wednesday declined by 1 rupee to 5,306 rupees per barrel as participants trimmed their positions amid weak demand in the spot market. Saudi Arabia approved its state budget for 2026, forecasting a narrower fiscal deficit as it shifts spending to priority sectors like industry and logistics in a push to increase non-oil revenue. Airbus lowered on Wednesday its commercial aircraft delivery target to around 790 aircraft for 2025 due to a supplier quality issue impacting fuselage panels on its A320 family of jets. Binance, which is one of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges, named the co-founder Yi He as its co-CEO on Wednesday, joining Richard Teng in a dual leadership structure. China and Hong Kong stocks declined on Wednesday as the country's slowing services growth added to worries about an economy grappling with a prolonged property slump. After 5 hours of talks between Russian President Vladimir Putin and US negotiators, including Steve Witkoff and Donald Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner, Kremlin aide Yuri Ushakov said that the meeting was constructive, but parts of the plan remain unacceptable to Russia. Just before the meeting, President Putin warned Europe that Russia did not want a conflict with European powers, but was ready to fight if Europe did want a direct conflict with Moscow. US President Donald Trump on Tuesday said that the conflict in Ukraine was a mess and it's not an easy situation to resolve, reiterating his effort to end the conflict, including the summit with Putin in Alaska in August. Ukrainian President Zelensky said that senior Ukrainian negotiator Rustem Umerov will hold talks in Brussels on Wednesday with European leaders, national security advisors, and then visit the United States. Zelensky thanked Ireland for its support during a visit to Dublin on Tuesday, telling lawmakers that unity among Ukraine's partners had become a main weapon in the conflict. Speaking at the Irish Parliament alongside Lower House Speaker Verona Murphy, Zelensky, he said that Kiev was intensifying diplomatic efforts following meetings in the United States and was closer to peace than ever before. Foreign ministers from 32 nations alliance gathered in Brussels to discuss Washington's push to end the fighting, but the US top diplomat Marco Rubio was skipping the meeting. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte on Wednesday said that it was good that peace talks to end the conflict in Ukraine were ongoing, but that it was necessary to make sure Ukraine was in the strongest possible position. Germany, Poland, the Netherlands, Norway, and Canada said that they would continue to work together. Together they would commit some $1 billion, in fact, more. This is $1 billion more for a scheme to buy American weapons for Ukraine. The European Commission on Wednesday put forward twin proposals of borrowing and using immobilized Russian central bank assets to help cover Ukraine's financing needs for 2026-2027. Belgium criticizes EU proposal. The Kremlin said that EU's Russian gas ban will accelerate the bloc's power decline. It also added that Russia is ready to meet with the US as many times as will be necessary to reach a solution for the Ukraine conflict. Hungary's foreign minister said on Wednesday that it was impossible for Hungary to accept and also to implement an EU decision on phasing out Russian energy imports as it endangers the country's energy security. The French foreign minister, the French President Emmanuel Macron is on a state visit to China, where he's expected to hold talks with his counterpart Xi Jinping, and also to help secure a ceasefire in Ukraine and to discuss trade relations. Thousands of people marched in Paris at the call of the General Confederation of Labour and the Unitary Trade Union Federation, demanding a people's budget. US lawmakers who have long opposed President Donald Trump's aggressive approach to Venezuela warned on Tuesday that they will introduce a new resolution requiring a congressional vote if the administration launches a strike inside the country. US military activity intensified in the Caribbean on Tuesday, with Navy ships and jets seen around Ponce, Puerto Rico. And in fact, this increased presence comes as Washington maintains heavy pressure on Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said on Tuesday that the administration support its military commander's decision in the recent operations targeting boats allegedly linked to Venezuelan drug traffickers. Britain's Prince William and Princess Kate welcomed the German President Frank Steinmeier and his wife at the Heathrow Airport on Wednesday as the leader begins a three-day state visit, the first German state visit in 27 years. But Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office announced on Wednesday that forensic tests have confirmed the remains handed over by Hamas on Tuesday did not belong to either of the last two deceased hostages still held in Gaza. Hundreds of supporters of the ousted South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol rallied in Seoul on the anniversary of his declaration of martial law last year. Time for a short break. Keep watching DD India.
This week on Defense Dynamic, we break down the evolution from S-400 to S-500 and what this leap in air defense technology means for India. High-altitude pseudo-satellites, a first-of-its-kind manufacturing facility, perhaps is now operational. Why is India rethinking its aerospace propulsion roadmap? We explain the shift. This Wednesday at 8 p.m. IST, only on DD India.
Welcome back. I'm Mark Lynn. You're watching Express News. Let's resume. Kashmir continues to reel under a harsh cold wave as temperatures plunge further and dense fog engulfs the region. Heavy rainfall linked to Cyclone Ditwa persisted across Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, prompting fresh alerts from the IMD. Chennai remains severely waterlogged following the impact of Cyclone Ditwa, disrupting daily life and mobility. Sri Lanka sees gradual relief as all major flood alerts are lifted, with river levels now steadily receding. The disaster toll in Sri Lanka continues to rise, with 474 deaths and 356 people missing, as Kandy records the highest fatalities. Sri Lanka's public health inspectors have warned of a potential spike in infectious diseases in the coming days following the widespread flooding. India has scaled up assistance under Operation Sagar Bandhu, deploying air, sea and ground assets to support Sri Lanka's relief operations. Residents in central Tapanuli, Indonesia continue to wade through muddy floodwaters after last week's torrential rains triggered floods and landslides. Search and rescue teams in North Tapanuli, Sumatra, are retrieving more bodies as operations intensify after the devastating floods. The World Meteorological Organization cautions that torrential downpours are going to increase and they're going to become common because of global warming. Japanese junior orchestra ushered in the Yuletide spirit at the Hornbill Music Festival, part of Nagaland's 10-day celebration of colors, culture and tradition in India's northeast. A rare natural event is reshaping Rio de Janeiro as talipot palms burst into flower across the city. The species, native to India and Sri Lanka, was introduced to Brazil in the 1960s. Two of the three talipot palms at the city's botanical garden are now in bloom. Once flowering ends, the palms will die, giving way, in fact, to new seedlings. The Louvre has unveiled restored galleries showcasing 17th and 18th century Italian and Spanish paintings, along with its new Gallery of Five Continents, featuring more than 200 sculptures from across the globe. Nevada made history as its first ever US Capitol Christmas tree was lit on the West Lawn in a tradition dating back to 1964. 9-year-old Grady Armstrong, winner of the annual essay contest, joined officials to flip the switch and illuminate Silver Bell. Hundreds of fans crowded in Taqueria in Mexico City's La Condesa as La Dua, a 5-day pop-up themed around Dua Lipa's new album Radical Optimism, served album-inspired dishes. A Venezuelan zoo presented two rare white Timbavati lion cubs, born on November 26, marking a major conservation milestone. A 4-legged robot dog is trekking through European forests using self-driving car-style laser technology to create detailed 3D maps and also aid sustainable forestry. Germany is set to host its first Asterix-themed amusement park, the franchise's debut attraction outside France. Modeled after the Paris attraction, popular since 1989, the park will bring the adventures of the indomitable Gauls to a new audience. KFC is launching a festive pop-up restaurant in Roppongi and offering dishes inspired by Japan's long-standing Christmas chicken tradition, a cultural phenomenon spanning decades. Madrid illuminated 240 streets and squares with about 13 million LEDs as Christmas lights transformed the city's landmarks. Brixen, a town in the Italian Alps, marked the 10th anniversary of its winter light shows with a new production created in collaboration with UNICEF and celebrated Italian composer Giorgio Moroder. In a small town outside Warsaw, the family-run Silverado factory in Józefów is turning simple lumps of glass into dazzling, mouth-blown Christmas ornaments. Bollywood superstar Amir Khan has announced a new quirky spy film. It's titled Happy Patel and under his production banner. So this film marks an exciting collaboration with Veer Das, who will direct and also star in the project. The makers of Dhurandhar have dropped another banger titled Is. and it features a dynamic collaboration between Diljit Dosanjh and the rapper Hanuman Kind. The trailer of the great Shamsuddin Family has been unveiled. The comedy drama is set for release soon and will premiere directly on OTT. Makers of the Raja Saab have released the first look poster of veteran actor Boman Irani, offering a glimpse into his upcoming role. Director Bharat Darshan, upcoming Telugu film starring Aishwarya, Rajesh and Thiruveer, has in fact officially been titled O Sukumari. The famous Fraggle Rock puppet characters from the Emmy Award-winning series Fraggle Rock Back to the Rock are back, and there's a new holiday special on Apple TV. The hit television series Fallout ups the stakes as it returns to screens for a sophomore season. The new Sky original series Amadeus premiered at London's Leicester Square, with the lead actors Will Sharp and Paul Bettany in attendance. Sarah Paulson, the prolific actor who's gained fame for her roles in Ryan Murphy series and beyond, was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Michelle Pfeiffer, Felicity Jones and Chloe Grace Moretz reunited in New York on December 2 for the world premiere of the festive new film Oh What Fun. The second ODI between India and South Africa is underway at Raipur, and put into bat, Virat Kohli smashed a record-extending 53rd ODI century, and Rituraj Gaikwad slammed his first century for India, and India set a target of 359 runs. The BCCI has announced India's squad for the 5-match T20 International Series against South Africa, with Hardik Pandya and Shubman Gill returning from injury to strengthen the team's balance. Good to hear Shubman's back. India continued their unbeaten run and qualified for the quarterfinal of the Men's Hockey Junior World Cup after beating Switzerland 5-0 in their final league match in Madurai. India topped Pool B with 9 points from 3 games. They will face Belgium in the quarterfinal in Chennai on Friday. In the Women's Hockey Junior World Cup, India will face Germany in their second group stage match on Wednesday. Bayer Leverkusen knocked Borussia Dortmund out of the last 16 stage of the German Cup. Ibrahim Maza scored the only goal in the 1-0 win away. Spain defended their women's and national league title, and this is with a 3-0 second leg win over Germany following a goalless draw last week. The league leaders Barcelona secured a 3-1 win over Atletico Madrid in the La Liga. Atletico suffered their first loss in the tournament since August. Mexico will host Portugal in a friendly on March 28, marking the reopening of their renovated Azteca Stadium. The stadium is preparing to host matches in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Barcelona midfielder Aitana Bonmati is expected to be out of action for another 5 months after undergoing surgery on her fractured left fibula. Erling Haaland made history as the Manchester City striker became the fastest player to reach 100 Premier League goals in the remarkable 5-4 win against Fulham. Christian Romero's overhead kick deep in stoppage time helped Spurs settle for a dramatic 2-2 draw against Newcastle. Real Madrid will clash with Athletic Bilbao in a crucial La Liga match on Wednesday night. Juventus advanced to the Italian Cup to the quarterfinals of the Italian Cup with a 2-0 win over Udinese. Serena Williams insisted that she had no plans to return to tennis after her registration with the sport's drug testing body Spark reports of a dramatic comeback. Well, that's all we have in Express News. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.